Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. The big reveal for the PlayStation 4 Neo is most likely going to be at the newly announced PlayStation meeting in New York next month, but we could see another surprise as well. According to an industry insider by the name of Tidix, Rockstar may be showing up at the event to reveal their new game. The supposed insider tweeted about Rockstar's attendance over the weekend, spinning up excitement that the next Red Dead game could finally make its long-awaited debut. So super excited I can't even talk. It's important to note that when it comes to gaming news, Tidix has been a little bit hit or miss with his track record. However, he did know that No Man's Sky had gone gold just before its announcement. He leaked word several months back that the folders would be included in the just announced PS4's 4.0 update, and also called the reveal and release of Fallout 4 in 2015, just ahead of E3. Still, we should take it with a grain of salt because Red Dead is the game we're gonna keep wishfully leaking now through the end of eternity, or until we get it. We'll stop when you're ready, Rockstar. There's no telling just how long we're gonna have to wait for Hideo Kojima's next game, Death Stranding, but there's one person in the world, at least, who does. Icelandic musician Ryan Karazija, one of the members of Low Roar, the group that did the music for Death Stranding's teaser, said in an interview that Kojima told him the game's release date at a recent meeting. He later reiterated that he's not joking, he actually does know when it's coming out. People were like, nah, you're done. He's like, no, I do. They were just trying to get you to tell them. Come on, this is classic. This is actually fairly encouraging for Kojima fans, though. It normally wouldn't be a surprise to hear that a game developer has an actual date in mind for their next big project, but this is Kojima we're talking about, considering how much the man likes to tinker with his games until they're just right, plus his newly acquired creative freedom. It wouldn't have been that shocking to hear that they're getting things rolling without a target window at all. If that were the case, we probably wouldn't be playing this thing until the PlayStation 6, and we would still be super happy to wait. Battlefield 1 is still a few months away, but all you history nuts can dive into the beta in just a couple of weeks. DICE and EA hit up Gamescom with a flurry of announcements about Battlefield 1, including the launch of the open beta on August 31st, as well as a new teaser trailer. As for the beta, fans will be able to play Conquest and Rush on a single map, Sinal Desert, which will feature a variety of spaces for dogfighting and ground warfare. The brand new trailer showed us how horses work in multiplayer, along with badass sword takedowns, plus the armored train we'd heard about, but still hadn't seen in actual gameplay. DICE also revealed at Gamescom that they're adding Battlefront-style hero classes to the game. While we won't be seeing Jedi and Sith Lords taking down World War I era tanks, and we're all for that, really, we will get to don the armor and equipment of the Flame Trooper, Sentry, and Tank Hunter elite classes. You can experience all this and more when the beta lands for everyone at the end of the month, but be sure you sign up before August 21st, because that's how that's gonna work. Suicide Squad continued setting records last week, but it was bound to come to an end at some point. After a strong opening week and a half, DC's supervillain team-up fell 67% in its second weekend, earning just around $47 million. Sounds like a lot of money, but inflated box office openings has led many analysts to pay much more attention to the second weekend drop-off, and generally speaking, anything more than 60% is considered to be a pretty big blow to the movie's long-term projections. That 67% isn't quite as bad as Batman v Superman's 69% or Warcraft's record-setting 70%, but it's definitely not good. The film has now earned $465 million worldwide, but with the way it's slowing, it may not quite reach Warner Brothers' $750 to $800 million target. That being said, Suicide Squad did hold number one at the box office for the second weekend in a row, although, to be fair, its biggest competition was Sausage Party, which hot-dogged its way to second place with nearly $34 million. So maybe DC should just scrap the superhero plans and focus on more dick jokes and food. We've seen it work before. Serial Stream, never forget. When it comes to superhero justice, London is unleashing a brand new way of fighting crime: troll hunting. Apparently, the city's Metropolitan Police Force will now be establishing an online unit dedicated to bagging internet trolls. The online hate crime unit will consist of 5 members who've probably never used a computer, and a startup cost of around £1.7 million, all to monitor social media for hateful speech that could translate to real-world incidents. According to the mayor's office, this unit is being created because the police response to online hate crime is inconsistent, primarily because police officers are not equipped to tackle it. Good on Scotland Yard for being proactive about making sure online abuse doesn't turn into actual violence. That's a very good thing. Although, it's hard not to imagine a bunch of detectives on the beat interviewing internet commenters about why they said such terrible things about video game delays and movie reviews, and then it starts to feel a little bit silly. But for the legitimate threats, it's a good thing. No matter how many times they get shut down, Nintendo fans just never seem to learn. Barely 1 week after the fan-made remake of Metroid 2 got arm-cannoned into oblivion, now it's a Pokemon game getting the DMCA treatment. The fan-built and impressively made Pokemon Uranium launched last week to the tune of 1.5 million downloads, only to be taken down after multiple file-sharing sites reported contact and takedown notices from Nintendo's lawyers. Pokemon Uranium was a 9-year undertaking consisting of 150 Pokemon, a new region, a few gameplay twists, and a brand new nuclear type to catch and evolve. While the game might be officially taken down, the developers have said that won't stop them from continuing to support the players who got the game already. They'll still release patches, new features, and updates, which is good because there's 1.5 million of them, and the many millions more who will probably just torrent it now because that thing where like, oh no, I can't have it, but now I want it. I'm never gonna use it, but now I have it, just in case. If you're worried about the impending AI apocalypse, you probably won't be comforted by the fact that recently DARPA staged a hacking competition with only AI as the competitors. The AI faced one another in DARPA's $4 million Grand Cyber Challenge in Las Vegas, doing battle in a virtual game of Capture the Flag. The game consisted of AI machines finding vulnerabilities in software packages, patching the code, and trying to maintain the software's functionality all at the same time. Oddly enough, the whole thing happened in an arena in front of onlookers watching the lifeless machines rumble, so kind of like esports. You know it's true. The overall prize was won by a bot named Mayhem, who was created by a company For All Secure, and soon after that, it'll probably be taking over actual DARPA and then the world. Mayhem is our lord. And lastly, our final bit of news comes on a more somber note. Star Wars fans across the globe were saddened to learn of the passing of legendary Kenny Baker over the weekend. Baker, the actor who brought R2-D2 to life, died at the age of 81 after many years of battling a lung condition. According to his niece, her 3'8" uncle was not expected to live past his teenage years, so it's remarkable that he defied the odds and lived such a full, long life. After Baker's passing, George Lucas said in a statement, "Kenny was truly the heart and soul of R2-D2 and will be missed by all his fans and everyone who knew him. So, thank you for bringing our favorite droid to life, Baker, and for infusing him with your spirit. May the Force be with you." Leave your favorite memories of Baker and R2-D2 in the comments, and we'll see you around on the Know. There's no telling just how long we're gonna have to wait for Hideo Kojima's next game, Death Stranding, but there's one person in the world who does. Icelandic musician Ryan What the Fuck. As for the beta, fans will be able to play Conquest and Rush on a single map. What's the desert? Sinal? Although, to be fair, its biggest competition was Sausage Party. Oh god. That's all right. If you're worried about the impending today's a rough day. I'm really sorry, Caden.